Hi everyone, this is Gayle and welcome to my channel tonight. I've got to do an unboxing on a couple of Pampered Chef items and I've got a water dispenser to unbox. Now this is prep for travel season that's coming up, so I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get the van out again. I'm so looking forward to it. So hi, my name is Gayle. Welcome to my channel tonight. Welcome. We do the Saturday live streams at 7:30 on Saturdays. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. So the other thing I wanted to tell you about really fast, my hat for tonight, this wool was sent to me by my daughter. And she's like, oh, you're going to want to talk about this on your channel. And she's right. It's Tierra Wools out of New Mexico. Sheep is called Churro sheep, the Navajo Churro breeds. And so it's been raised in New Mexico for about 400 years. It was almost extinct at one point. And they had to save the breeds because the Churro that this wool comes from was the first breed brought. Actually, let me just see about pulling them up. Here's their website, Tierra Wools, Tierra Wools. And it even says on the site that the wool comes from local family owns flocks of the Rambouillet, I guess, and the Navajo Churro sheep raised in the high mountain pastures. So they have it really looks cool. They have, I'm going to click over here. They've got classes even in like weeding and all sorts of things. Not cheap classes, but they have them. So if you're looking for something to do and you got a few $100 to drop on a new hobby, there you go. So I just love it. So I wanted to say thanks to my daughter for sending it. I really appreciate you, Sam. So unboxings. Which one should I do first? I've got two Pampered Chef, and then I've got the water dispenser. Tell you what, let's do the water dispenser first, because it's bigger. I'm going to do a more detailed video on the unboxing and stuff later, but I wanted to go ahead and open her up tonight. Thank you, Valerie. I'm still trying. This is all a work in progress for me. Maybe by the time I'm 100 years old, I'll have a 10th of your skill. This is crochet though, and I'm trying. Whoops. And please forgive me in advance if you all hear thunking or the occasional little half yip there. Pipsie has been playing indoors, so he's doing a couple of things for John, go find and things like that. So if you should hear play, that's him. It's too cold to be outside right now. So, all right. So first, let me tell you, this is a water tank. It's a 36-cup water tank. So you can sit it on your desk if you want to, or I'm going to put it in the van, or you could put it in the RV or your fridge at home, but it'll fit in any of the refrigerators, home, RV, or van for me, although probably I'm going to leave it out on the counter. I got this because sometimes the water can be terrible when you are traveling. You may be using all different kinds of water sources that you are not familiar with and different hoses and things to be able to get the water, and it can just taste really bad. So to combat that, I've had a small individual water bottle with a filter in it. But then this company contacted me and they're like, would you like to try ours? And I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. So this is the 36-cup little water tank there. It will fit together. The spout will go in there. The lid just slides on. And there we go. And I'm just doing a really basic unboxing of this. I'm going to do it more in depth unboxing and then go into a review. But I did just want to show it to you so you can see the size. I know a lot of you all, like me, are gearing up for spring and summer travel to get our minds off this cold weather, right? So there's that. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good size. Now this one doesn't come with a stand, but you can get stands or make stands. I didn't need a stand because it's going to be going in the van, and I'm just going to set it on the counter of the van. So there we go. So that's that. It looks and feels really solid, y'all. So we're going to see. I'm super excited about that. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my water bottle, and I'm still going to use my water bottle a lot. But that's mostly for like hiking and walking and being out around national and state parks and stuff like that. For inside the van or inside the RV, I'm really looking forward to using this just because of the convenience factor. You know, the water bottle is great to take with me, but I got to refill it. And obviously I can take a little water bottle with me and stick it in the faucet where I can't take the big tank, right? So I'm still going to be using that one because I love it. And that one is available over on my Amazon store. But I will revisit that when it's a little closer to time to travel. Let's see. Oh, he says cute hat. Yep. That was where I was talking about the churro wool. Diamond Tunes says, apologies for the disappearance. Usually I work all day Saturday, but they sent me home early because it was slow today. So I'm sorry it's slow and you're going to miss pay and have to come home, but I'm glad to get to see you because it has been a while. So yay. And Valerie says it is 61 days to her cruise vacation. Good for Valerie. I'm excited. And now I didn't get to do your live stream today. I was actually out on the phone. So I missed that. Or was it next week? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where's my note? Where's my note? Number one, I covered up my note. Next week? I just have Val's live stream Saturday at 1 o'clock. I got the date wrong. Sunday at 1 p.m. Next Sunday at 1 p.m. Change that. Next Sunday, 1 p.m. Okay. If I can get it right together, I'm going to be there. And let's see. Diamond Tune says, oh, I don't mind being home. Every time I get a notification you're streaming, I'm like, oh, I miss that wonderful gal. You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you for being so nice. Okay. And that is Diamond Tunes, you all. Okay. So a couple of things here. I started selling Pampered Chef. Hopefully this will make me some money so I can be out on the road more. So if you want to do an online Pampered Chef party, I'm your gal. So let me know. Fundraisers too, and bridal showers. So showers, fundraisers, and parties can be over a few days or only over a few hours. There's several different ways that they can do that. Online though, online. Gail, did you want to be entered in the giveaway? Was that for the super clean? Because I'm okay on super clean stuff right now. So, all right. So, let me just go into this. This is my prep bowl set. I did last week. I did the unboxing of what comes in a Pampered Chef Hostess kit, which was a lot of fun. But my husband had ordered some stuff from Pampered Chef just because he's my husband and we both like Pampered Chef products. So this is what he got. So So the little prep bowl set, I love. These are 1 cup prep bowls. I freaking love these. They're clear glass. They have the 1 cup increments on them, and you're going to see these in other videos when I'm out in the van doing things. And they have larger cups too. And so I like these, well, the bigger ones though. I like them for like soups and stuff. And then whenever I'm finished, I can just put the lid on it and then just warm up the soup later. But these I can use for like storing. I use them a lot for cheese, different things like that. So in this set, there is 6. They all stack in each other nicely too. So 6 with lids, the all-important lids. So yeah, I really like these. They're a good weight too, and I'm kind of weird, I guess. And I've mentioned this before. I like having clear things with me when I'm traveling. I am a bug phobic person. I just don't like the idea of bugs getting onto my dishes or anything, and I can see at a glance. I can also see at a glance if I have stuck something in a bowl for safekeeping and then forgot what I did with it. So like at night, I'll sometimes take my earrings and I'll put them in a bowl, stuff like that, so I can see at a glance if they're in there. So love that. And you can do your prep and store, and I really, their bowls like this are one of my favorite things about Pampered Chef. Although obviously I love it. Love the products. Love the products, or I wouldn't be selling them. So, got those. And since they're not huge, they're good for travel or home. Let me make that clear. This one, before I drop it, is the 3 cup. Hey, Women's Station Channel's here. Hey, Lori, how are you? I hope you're doing good. I hope everybody's staying warm too, because it is too stinking cold. Okay, so these are the 3 cups. And they have a 2 cup. But these are the 3s. And they're just alike, except bigger, just like the other ones I just showed you, except they're bigger. Ta-da! So we've got those. And like I said, these are gradated. These are 2.5 is what they're marked to. And the lids, they come with lids. And they just fit on like any other lid. There you go. Ta-da! Good old Pampered Chef. So I like these. You can do oven, dishwasher, freezer, microwave, fridge. Very, very versatile. And they're a good weight. They're not so heavy you can't use it, but they are heavy enough to handle bumps and pretty much anything I can throw with it. Minor drops. Yeah, and I've always been pleased with them, so glad I got some more. Like I said last week, one of the reasons why I decided to try selling Pampered Chef is because I've got so much of it in my house. And if you saw the live stream last week, there was a part where I took out some of the ingredients out of the refrigerator that I needed for what I was cooking, and boom, they happened to be in products that were also Pampered Chef items, and it just worked out that way. That was not planned. It was just there. So let's see here. Looks great, but it can be expensive. Parties, they have freebies when it comes to party times for the host, and they have special discounts that only the host can get. And oh my gosh, I was so stoked. I talked my Stellar Piper into having a party. because she's been wanting some stoneware. And next month, if you sign up like this month to host a party for next month, it's 60% off up to like 5 or 6 pieces of stoneware. Let me actually see if I can pull that flyer up so I don't misquote. But I was so stoked. Let's see. Let me get that flyer. I think it's up to 6. I got to go into my Pampered Chef link. But yeah, because at 60% off, it's obviously a lot more affordable. And if you do have an online party, you get host rewards. So if your party does at least $200, then you get at least a certain amount of free product, which is nice. And I'm looking for that flyer as we speak. That is 60% off stoneware. You can choose 2 different items or sets for more than 20 pieces. So 2 of them at 60% off. It's really a pretty cool thing. And so when I saw that, I was like, Stellar Piper, you have to have a party because you've been wanting stoneware. And that makes it much more affordable, obviously. Let me pull it back up. Gosh, I hadn't meant to do all this. Let's see here. Just a second. Downloads. Open. Da-da-da-da-da. So this has got, let me show you here, window. Okay, so this has got 60% off stoneware, 2 different items or sets. So like that pizza stone that they're showing is the large stone, and it'll be $20 instead of $50. So obviously 20 is a lot more affordable. And I think the medium stoneware pizza stone works out to like $16. So just, so I was so excited to see that. I was like super stoked. So, all right, let's see. Okay, let's see. Did that go off? I hope. Yep, that did close out. All right. Just want to make sure that closed. So, yeah. Well, if you decide you want to do a party, Lori, let me know. They're all online now. And they have this, oh, it's so cool. It's an express party. And so, like, you put together, like, if you want to do it on Facebook, you can do it on Facebook. They have this whole thing called Table, which is really, it's designed for people who don't want to be on Facebook. So basically, you put together, like, this little group. Like, it would be like, if you're doing it on Facebook, it'd be like one of those little chat messenger groups. Not the group, but just one of those little chats. And, like, the party is over in hours. You put it together, you invite people, and then, like, I say, hello, this is what we're doing, and we talk about Pampered Chef for a little while, but the bulk of the party happens in, like, 15 minutes. The rest of it, you're just, like, going through and figuring out who you want to invite and stuff. And then we'll leave the link open for an extra day so people will have more time to shop. But I was like, that's it. It can be that easy. So anyway, so I'm all excited about this stuff. So because I can do like a 6-hour party easier than I can one that's open for like a week. And I know y'all can too. And for me, with my leg and the way I walk, it's got to be online. It's got to be. So if you want to do an online party, talk to me. We'll figure it out. So yeah. But the freebies and the sales, those are awesome. Can you see a book on the items? Yes, I can send you. I can't email you a book. I can get, if you look below, you have my Pampered Chef link is down there in the description box. So if you click on that, then it'll open up to the Pampered Chef page, and you can see everything that's going on there. Let's see. But I can email the link, which would be about the same. It's the same thing. So let's see here. There we go. So it would be. So here I am. So down in the description box, Pampered Chef link. Ooh, oh, by the way, they've got live cooking events, y'all, that you can register for, and those are free. So if you like to cook, although Valerie, after being with you for a week and seeing your cooking, you could host your live cooking events yourself because you did a phenomenal job. But anyway, Pampered Chef has those, and they're free. I forgot to tell you about that. But this link has, like, it's their store. It's like everything. So then if you wanted information, for example, on hosting a party or being a consultant, there's those links too. So anyway, yep. Hopefully that helps. So yeah. I don't know if you could do it on TikTok or not. I will find out. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. But I don't know. So before I say yes, let me double check that. Okay, cool. No, it's true, Valerie. It's true. Anybody on the team is going to say that. Anybody is going to say that about you. You're just amazing. Absolutely, positively amazing. Oh, and Pampered Chef can also do showers. It's like, I'm so excited about this stuff because I'm just finding out about it. So my challenge is going to be to integrate the Pampered Chef with also being on the road. And so we'll see how this works, which is another reason for the online component for me. But the other component that I got really excited about was the fundraisers, because that's how I raised part of the money to get my dog. Not all of it. It wasn't a huge amount. But they do have the fundraisers where between 10 and 15% can go to the organization that you choose. So like if you wanted to do something for like breast cancer awareness, you could pick an organization in like October, and all the money goes straight to the organization that you choose. So it's just, I like the versatility, plus being able to do it online, and plus being able to travel, plus I like to cook, as you all know, and these little things are a great help. These have probably been in some of my videos already where I've done like the mini griddle cooking in the van and stuff. I just have to go back and look because I use them. So Tuber Chat is here in the house. Hello, Tuber Chat. Welcome. It's good to see you. You all, I'm a member over there. Tuber Chat channel is a great place to go connect with others, interact. If you want to trade playlists and grow your channel that way, they're just a super group of people. So yeah, awesome. Thank you for coming over. Share it on Reddit. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Super supportive people over there. So yeah, go check them out if you haven't already. So good to see you. Good to see you. So how has everybody been doing with like the terrible weather? Women's Station channels, it is cold for you as it is here. I know, Valerie, you tend to be a little warmer for a couple of days, and then it's like, seems like the temperatures with you just kind of drop off a lot in the winter and then pick back up. So how are you guys managing the weather? I'm going to plug it in too and see what our temperature is actually right now. Looking at 8 at the moment with a wind chill of, it's not telling me. So current weather at 8 with whatever the wind chill is. We got a wind chill warning. Oh well. 8 degrees, y'all. 8 degrees. It's supposed to be -2 tonight. Hey, Butter Roll Boutique is here. Hey. Good to see you. Hey, you all. With her help, I was finally able to make that doll for the baby that I've been trying to make since like forever. It's a crochet doll. Super cute. Super cute. But I was having the biggest problem, believe it or not, with what turned out to be the simplest thing. And that is connecting the legs and arms to the doll. Once I got that figured out, I'm good. And she loves it. And the neat thing too about that, I was going to tell you if I ever saw you again, or when I saw you again, rather, the doll being able to make it, she is very tactile. The baby is. Well, I say baby, she's almost 2 in May. But she's very tactile. So I was able to put in one of the doll's legs some crinkly plastic. So when she squeezes that leg, it crinkles. And I was able to adjust the textures with the different yarns and stuff. So you'd have the really super soft hair, and then you'd have the more firmer texture of the yarns, like this churro, for example. If I'd had it, I would have used it. And then smooth. So she loves this doll. And I would never have been able to have gotten it done had it not been for your videos. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You made a Nona and a Bambina very happy. So thank you all. Let's see. Okay, Lori said, Lori's Women's Station Channel says, I've been stuck in and we've just started another storm. No, it's the truth. Yeah. So hopefully the storm won't be so bad. Hopefully, because like you're on the West Coast, so y'all get it first. So yeah, then it comes here. Val, what are your temperatures? I think you said, let me go back up here. Tuber chat, -13 Celsius and windy. Whew. And Val says it's below freezing there, 21 degrees. So, wow. Cold everywhere. I think we should just have a retreat in Hawaii or somewhere. All of us. We should go have a Bodacious retreat someplace warm. Thank you, Better Roll Boutique. I was talking earlier when we first started up about the yarn for this. It's Navajo churro yarn. And it's been raised in New Mexico for like 400 years. It's one of the first domestically bred sheep in the U.S. or New World. And she had it sent. It's a small place, but she had it sent to me. Originally, I planned to do the loom knitting, but then I decided to just crochet it. So, it's a little, we don't want to necessarily have a pro look too close, but I do like the color, and it's a good weight, and it's warm. Most of all, warmth. That's what we all want right now, right? Nice warm. 19 to 21 here. Okay, you and Valerie, you guys have the hot temperatures. So definitely we need warmth. Yeah. Okay, I just pulled it up. We have a wind chill of -6 right now. No, that's a lie. We have a wind chill of 6, not -6. Don't want to make that any more worse than it's going to be, but they're still saying -2 tonight. So I don't know what it'll be later. So, and the only person in this house who doesn't seem to mind the cold is, of course, Pipsy. He will tear up the yard. He got so excited earlier because I got his sweater out, and he just thought that was like the most wonderful thing, because he knows when he sees the sweater that it's going to be cold weather, and he's going to get to be out there and play for a few minutes. And my husband disappointed him. He broke his little doggy heart because he got him out there, and he's like, he came back in immediately. And I'm like, but did he get to play? And he's like, no, it's too cold outside. I'm freezing. So the trade-off is the booms that you hear coming from my living room. So he gets to play indoors. So, oh no! Good old Memphis, water pressure issue. Oh. And that's a large city to have a water pressure issue in. Oh. Wow. Good luck. I was just talking to somebody the other day too. They used to live in DC, and she said every time the power went out, they got a boil water advisory. and would also have pressure problems. And I'm like, it's just one of those things that it's like it reminds us not to take things for granted when we have those issues. Hopefully they'll get that fixed pretty quickly, though. But I guess on the plus side is, the good thing is, I guess, that you still have water if you can get it. Because we used to live in an apartment building when we were younger, and when the city that we were in, Knoxville, had water problems and the pressure was down, we had problems getting water like up to our apartment, and we were nowhere near the highest apartment up there. We were on like the 4th floor, and there was 20 floors in the building. So I feel for you. Hopefully they'll fix it, though. Hopefully. So what are you all doing to stay warm? I know, like with us, I gotta tell you, I've been really thankful to have had off-grid experience in the van, because that has helped so much with like my mental frame of mind going into this cold weather. It just makes me feel so much more secure, and makes me aware of like what my resources are. We have been stuck several times where we have been without electricity for days. We were in, years ago, Eastern North Carolina had a huge ice storm that basically shut down Eastern North Carolina for days. The part that we were in, we were the hardest hit, and we were the slowest to get help. So we had friends who were without electricity for 10 days, and we were without for a week. Then we had a hurricane that came in the fall, and we were without electricity for then, too, for several days. But being with the van and learning about van life has had this unexpected benefit of like increasing your security, that, okay, if there's no electricity, it's not the end of the world. This is what we do first and second and third, if that makes any sense. Now, granted, on the van, we have solar, and that is part of what I'm talking about, but not everything. It's really more the confidence level of getting out of your comfort zone and doing something like the van life. Because and we all say this, right? If we had known then what we know now, if I had known then what I do know now, it would have made those times of being without electricity go much smoother. Now, when there's a storm and I know it's coming, I automatically go through and wash up extra sheets, extra blankets, get those washed up and put away ahead of the storm. So I have those freshened up and ready to go. I make sure that we have our backup heat ready to go. We have a Mr. Heater Big Buddy that I bought years ago for the van, but you have to maintain those. You have to take them out once or twice a year, make sure they work, all that stuff. So as part of having the van, we do that. But being in the van has given me the confidence to say, okay, I don't have to freak out about this. It's going to be colder, or if it's tornado season and we're without electricity, it's going to be hotter than what we're used to. But I know confidence level wise that if I can handle it for a few days here or there of being off grid willingly when I'm on vacation, that if I plan, I can handle a few days of being off grid unwillingly if I'm home. Does that make sense, you all? Does that make sense to you? Let me go in here. Yep. Okay, Better Robotique is saying we catch water to boil, to cook, and to flush the toilet. There you go. Women Station Channel's been blaring her heat. Okay. Val says, fuzzy socks, a warm blanket, my easy chair, and knitting, the best thing to do in the cold. There you go. Good old knitting. So neat. Nice, Val. Do you have a generator, or how do you cook? Did you cook? Oh, we we have a generator now. We've got that, I guess, close to a year ago. With the van, we have solar, and I have a little mini griddle that I cook all kinds of things in. So we do have that. But what I used before we had any of that was a gas grill. And I got a small gas grill for around, well, they've gone up now. I think they're around $40 now. But just one of those like picnic grills, and I would set it up outside and we would cook on it. In fact, our regular gas grill that we got on it after clearance, after fall, one of those fall after summer clearance sales, scratch and dent. So it was like half price. Got that a few years ago. And when we were in North Carolina, I cooked a big old pot of Brunswick stew. Now, I am not a Brunswick stew fan, but my husband loves it, and the church did an enormous fundraiser every year. So when our power was out, you're going to lose what's in your freezer. So after about a day, I'm like, it doesn't make sense to just let this go bad. And I hate the thoughts of wasting food anyway. So I told my husband, I said, let's go ahead and cook this up. And we're just going to put it in the back of the van, wrap blankets around it, and go see if people want food. So literally, that's what we did. And one of the things that they don't tell you about the gas grill is you can take that grate right off of your grill in most cases. Take that top grate right off of the grill, and you can put a pot right there on that burner and boil whatever you want. So I did that. And on that particular instance, when we went around to people's houses, we just went to those who we knew and said, hey, if you need something hot to eat, I've got Brunswick stew in the back of the van. So if you've got a container I can dip it up in, I'll be glad to give it to you. And people were like, so glad to have that. But it's because we had the gas grill. So, hey, Granny Monster's here. Hey, how are you? How are you handling the cold? We're all talking about that. So having that grill made the difference, but it's also a matter of like, what are your resources? And your resources, okay, may be a little out of the box. Maybe our resource may be the only thing that we have might be a car. But how can we use the car? I mean, obviously we can, if it's got gas in it, we can go. So when a storm's coming, the first thing you want to do is make sure you've got gas in the car. I always tell my husband, I said 2 things when they start predicting a storm, or 3 things rather, when they start predicting a storm, let's wash up what we need to and wash it up ahead of time. Let's make sure that we have gas in the car, so go, and let's make sure we have cash. Because we've been in situations where after storms, little mom and pop stores were able to keep on selling things as long as you had cash, but all the ATMs were down. So you couldn't use your bank card anywhere. But if you had cash, they could do that. So, it's thinking about those things ahead of time. And so with the car, you've got a potential way to leave. If you can, if it's all safe, and if authorities are okay with you leaving, depending on the situation. And then you've got a way that you can warm up following safety protocols. You can warm up and charge your devices. And these days, charging your devices is really, really huge. Now, they make special inverters that you can get just for your car that you can use just to charge up laptops and stuff, and they're not that expensive. I would say get one of those. That was one of the first things I did. And that way I knew, okay, I can go out and I can charge from my car if I need to. And they, from there, it's like, what do you think the next likely thing is? And just kind of going through and breaking it down. Like I learned when we were over in Eastern North Carolina, okay, a hurricane's coming in. Well, let me turn my refrigerator thermostat down. I don't want to freeze it in everything, but I want it to be as cold as possible. So when or if our electricity is knocked out, it's that much colder in the refrigerator when it's starting out, if that makes sense. What are some of the things that you all do? I want to hear that. Oh, Granny has a cold. Darn. I have a cold and I am cold, and I'm told at times I'm emotionally cold, so cold is the answer. Oh, Granny, I hope you feel better quickly. Good, reliable pair of heated gloves. There you go. They're awesome. Awesome. I have a heated vest, too, that I really like because I can wear it by itself or underneath a jacket, which is nice. Solar chargers are fairly inexpensive at Amazon. They are. They are. Yeah, I've got one that I really like that I actually won on another YouTuber's channel several years ago. I can't think of the name of it. The channel. I know it's a Feely charger. And I'm going to pull that up because I've used it a lot. All right now. But they're great. Also, those little jump starters that you can get for your car are great. You can also charge devices with those. So the Feely solar charger that I have for my phone, looks like it's on sale now, is right here. So I got the $45.99 one, and it's 30% off. It's already 8%, so it's to $45.99, and then it's 30% off of that. But I like that, and I like that you can charge two devices on it, and it will work with either solar. It takes about 5 hours to charge it from empty on a full sun day. It takes about 5 hours. Or you can also charge it on your regular household outlet with a USB cord. And that takes about the same length of time. Or you can, mix it up, do both if you want to. But I really like that. Now, these little jump starters are good. Let's see if I can just pull it up right quick. This Asperex, oh my gosh. It's unavailable. Don't visit the Asperex store. They probably still have it, just not in that. But anyway, those little jump starters, I'm just looking to see if I can find it real quick. They're great. Okay, so I don't see that. They really are out. Shame on them. But if you can find one like this brand, or there's tons of brands. This brand's been great, but there's tons out there that are similar. You can charge your devices on these, and that's nice. One of the reasons that I like this is because the ports are a little different. So you have a 5 volt versus a 12 volt. So you've got a little bit more power depending on what device you need to charge, because if you're only charging a phone that takes very little power to charge it, then you don't need your heavier port, and you can use your heavier port to charge something else. Plus, this one has got the battery, the flashlight on it, which I like also. It's got a compass, which I'm probably not ever going to need, but it's nice to have the flashlight. So those are good. And some others may have that flashlight on there too, it seems like, now that I think about it. But that's very helpful for charging devices. So, and they work. I mean, that jump starter, I could not believe it, but our van needed a jump, and it actually jumped off our 8-cylinder van. So, yeah, good point. I'm glad you brought that up, Valerie. Plug-in device solar charger too. It's the way to go. It really is. Yeah, they're great. I like my vest. Sometimes I do wish that I had the jacket, but I'm still glad that I got the vest, because sometimes I don't want sleeves. And with the vest, I can wear it underneath a bigger jacket if I need to. But if I just want the vest part, then I can turn it on and I don't have my arms all, squeezed up into something like that. The vests are also cheaper, which is nice because these things get expensive. This is the one I got. I'll pull it up too. And I'm not saying you have to go out and buy these just because I got them. I'm just saying this just happens to be what I've got. So this is the one I have, and I've really liked it. You can see there on the diagram where the heating elements are and things like that. So I like it. It's been awesome. We have joked so much in this house because when I went to Alaska in February, back in 2020, before everything went south, I bought all kinds of cold weather gear. I got merino wool on the socks. I got special thick gloves. I got special goggles. They were all heavy. And I got up to Alaska. And so it snowed. And I didn't need any of it because when it snows, the temperature stays warmer. But when it's bright and clear and there's nothing to help hold the heat down, that's when it's colder, at least up in Alaska. And so I got up there and we were walking around and the high was like in 44 degrees. Now I left snow at home to go to Alaska to try to see the northern lights, and I came back to snow. So it was like this whole trip was snow, right? But wound up not using it. But it's been so cold here that like the Christmas after we got back there from there in 2020, it was like 10 degrees. So I've used that stuff. It's been crazy. But anyway, so going on this is the vest that I have, and I really like it, and it's 20% off. Okay, cool. So $47.98, ending in 4 hours, 33 minutes, and 19 seconds. So, but they're nice. What else are y'all doing? Let's see. New Year's as well. Yay. Mine charges from the light in my apartment. That's cool. That is very cool. Granny Monster says, thank you at Better Roll Boutique. I swear I'm so old I should just default to Amazon. Okay. Hey, Candy the Wee Service Dog is here. Hi, Laurel. How are you doing, lady? I think they are so neat. I definitely want one for my daughter and I. They're awesome. They're awesome. I wonder if they're going to go on sale. Well, I mean, that one's on sale, 20% off, but I wonder if as it gets closer to like spring, if they're going to go on sale more. That would be really cool if they did. I love the heated seats in the car, Granny Monster says. Turn it up to 3 and wee! What's cold? Not this tuckus. Yes, those are awesome. Thank you, Laurel. This is some of the, I was talking about this when, right there at the very beginning. And also, Laurel is a member of my channel. So thank you, Laurel. Appreciate that. That's what her little extra little symbol is there. Yeah, this wool it's bought from, I'm drawing a blank now. Navajo Churro wool is what I'm trying to get out of my mouth, and it's not working. I talked about it right at the very beginning when we first started the channel. Samantha sent the wool to me. It's been raised here domestically. It's one of the first sheep that was bred here in the New World. So it's been raised for about 400 years in the U.S. So it's been pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is crocheted though, not the loom knitting. But yeah. So now when I go out there, I'm going to have to, next time I'm in New Mexico, I have to go to this farm where they make it. I just have to. I'm going to probably spend another fortune there, but that's okay. So it's gonna all work out, right? So, and I will tell you too, something that's really neat that has opened up my eyes so much through travel is the appreciation for how different the timeline is in different areas of the country from what people associate with. And I am not explaining what I'm trying to get out of my mouth. But basically, like here in the southern U.S., the people think they'll refer back to the Civil War. And it's like the Civil War, the Civil War, the Civil War. And that's when, that's like their marker for the timeline. Well, over where I lived in Eastern Carolina, North Carolina, they would talk more about the Revolutionary War. Over in New Mexico, when they start talking about like their state origins and stuff, they go back hundreds of years. And one of the oldest churches anywhere in the country is out in this little podunk, very small town of Socorro, New Mexico. I don't know what the population is. It may only be 5. I mean, it's a really small place. But they have this church dating back to like the 1500s. And so it's like, okay, here's this church that was set up before the Pilgrims came over. And it's just really neat about traveling, just finding out like the different perspectives and things. And I just think it's really cool. But anyway, so I developed an appreciation for that. So when I hear these sheeps have been around for 400 years, the breeding has here in the New World, I stop and think, oh, that's really, really old, because you start, you kind of do the math in your head, and then you're like, wait a minute, for New Mexico standards, it's not our standards here, or not even our standards, but not our reference point, I guess we should say. And it's just really interesting how all that happens. And so travel has been really eye-opening for that. So let me go over here. Hi, Miss. Have you folks seen the little critters that at Valerie Reese, It's All About the Adventure, makes? So cute. Oh my gosh, yes. Those little hedgehogs. They're adorable. She's knitting one right now. Yeah, goat babies are cute. I love old buildings and stories that they held. I grew up in a house with a false wall that was part of the Underground Railroad. That is the coolest thing. That is really, really cool. Now, the Underground Railroad, I was reading about that. Hold on. I don't want to... Hold on a second. I was reading about the Underground Railroad because there is a coin coming out next month that it's about to kill me, because that coin is a Harriet Tubman coin, and the U.S. Mint is coming out with it next month. But it's going to be one of those, I bet you, they're doing pre-orders, but I bet if you wait until it comes out, you're not ever going to be able to get it, because it's just going to be gone. Like when they did the Maya Angelou quarters for the Women Quarter series, they were gone. They were sold out in like 10 minutes. It was crazy. So, let's see here. I think it's a 50-cent piece. Let me pull that up. I am so hoping I can get one, though. But anyway, I was thinking that the Underground Railroad was more like late 1800s, mid to late 1800s, and I was surprised to find out it actually started in the 1830s. The stinking thing is that it was needed. Shouldn't have happened. But anyway, I will not go off on that. $50 coin. Yeah, the uncirculated $50 coin is $52. 47, but then it'll go up to 52. but it's about to kill me. I can't afford it, but it's awfully, awfully, awfully cool, and I'm so glad they're doing this. This plus the Women's Quarter series, because it's going to be the best way that people can learn about history sometimes. Here we go. That's the $50 coin, but I just love the detailing on this. I hope y'all can see that. If not, maybe you can go online and look it up. Because some people know about it, but there's a lot of people that don't. I was shocked. I had this little conversation with somebody. So, and they've got the silver dollar coin, but that's the $50. So, and they've got a couple of different types, and it's just really cool. Like this one is the silver dollar, and it's a different, well, why is that not? Okay, well, I was going to click on it to zoom in. It says roll over, but that's not working. But anyway, the design's different. So anyhow, I'll quit talking about that. But it's so cool. But yeah, the Underground Railroad started like in 1830, and I think it's really cool that we have a coin that's going to talk about it more. And I think it's really, really cool that you were able to live in a house that participated in that, in getting people safe. So let's see. So hedgehogs. Yeah. Now I know you're inspired. It's cool. Hey. Yes, right. Right there. That's it. Right there. That's right. Brave does not even begin to describe her, you know. Not even, this doesn't begin. There you go. Woo! Laurel's got 14 degrees, single wind chill digits, low tonight, single digits, wind chill -3. Woo! 1 inch. Oh, wow. Oh, gosh, Laurel, I'm iced in. Yeah. Tough stuff. Oh, Granny Monster's got goat babies. Yay! I hear you about that. I hear you. I told my sister who lives in Minneapolis, check out her. We'll have to do that. Tell my sister to keep their freezing temps. Well, I'm always so busy spending my money. I had no idea that coins were worth so much. They can now. These are special coins from the U.S. Mint, and they are They've got a $50 and a silver dollar. They've also got the gold coin. Now the Mint says some people do it for an investment, but the Mint says they're always going to be worth the face value of the coin. So if you buy a $50, it's going to be worth a $50, even though you may pay $77 for the $50. So it's always going to be worth the $50. But some people like collecting them. Well, some people do it for an investment. I don't do it for an investment, but some people like collecting them just because it's kind of cool. And I'm like that. So like when I think I did it some as a kid, and then they came out a few years ago with the national park quarters. And I'm like, as a national park junkie, I had to have all of the national park quarters. So I had to go get them, and some of them I had to order, and then some of them you could actually pick up in sets from national parks, which was cool. But digging through my pockets, making sure I wasn't spending a national park quarter got to be a really big thing. And then a couple of years ago, they came out with the Women's Quarter series. And I don't know if y'all have noticed this or not, but I am totally up for women supporting women. And so I had to get the quarters. I had to. So there we go. And it's a good way, I think, to teach kids. Like if you're teaching them about money and you see a quarter, for example, that's got my Angelou on it or a national park, it gives you a chance to talk to them about, oh, this is the Grand Canyon National Park. Do you know about that? Do you know some of the things that the Grand Canyon is about? Well, this is your very special quarter because this is the Grand Canyon quarter. Or this is Maya Angelou. Or this is Wilma Mankiller. Do you know about her? She was a Native American woman, and this is some of the things that she did. So I think it's a good opportunity to teach kids, especially, the value of not just money, but what's on the money. What does the money represent? And in this case, national parks or women. So yeah. And one of the ones coming out this year is a woman who was a physician. And the coin, it's real pretty. It says hope on the back of it, and it's a physician. But she was also a priest and lawyer and an activist. It's just really pretty cool, the different things they're coming up with. So, but then you know me, I'm always like trying to teach my daughters, women are important. Don't feel undervalued, and especially, we have the benefit / challenge of being, I'm half Italian, and we're not in an area, like, people don't get that, if that makes any sense. And so talking to people and relating to people locally from a different cultural perspective or a different ethnicity is just different. So I think that having the positive images always in front of you is really helpful. So anyway, that's one of the reasons why I like the Women Quarter series, and I'll hush up about that. You didn't hear me. You didn't come on to hear me prattle about quarters. So going back to the chat, Laurel says she told her sister to keep the freezing temps, and Butterell says she's so busy spending money she didn't know coins were worth much. I saw the Harriet Tubman movie, Gayle. It was surreal how she had head injury like you and me, Gayle, and we help people. That is so cool. That is so cool. She is just wow. It's like if you could choose who to go back and talk with in history, she was like one of my tops, But then you realize too, like even as you say this, if you could go back to history and talk to her, she's not going to have time to talk to you because she's busy doing things, which means you're going to help, right? So yeah, just an amazing person. Just even anyway, she's cool. Sojourner Truth is amazing too. And Granny says, that wall swung out and the small section of the house was great. When I was a kid, for hide and go seek, LOL. As a child, we don't understand how important things are, right? But to have that experience that you could pass on and you could tell other people about, and that's what this house was, and it had this wall, and this is what I did, but this is what it was really for. Like, if you hadn't had that experience as a child inside a wall like that, would you understand more as much as you do now? It's a different level of experiencing things. Candy says, how many items have you made on your knitting looms, Gayle? Oh my gosh. You all created a monster. A big monster. Okay, so I've had to intentionally slow down because I'm out of yarn, except for what Samantha sent me. And I'm not, this hat is very expensive. This yarn is, so I'm almost afraid to use it. But anyway, yeah. I had, 14 hats are in the living room to go to a homeless shelter now. And I gave out another 20 or so at Christmas. And then I had 2 others that I had to do hats and scarves for. And then I've got the baby and I'm counting. I have not been keeping a list. And I just dropped the count. Between 50 and 60. I'm not going to give you an exact number. We're just going to say between 50 and 60. Y'all created a monster. And that's okay, because I found out if you have a leg that is broken, you may as well have something to do, right? So when I broke my ankle, cracked those bones, I did a bunch more hats. So there we are. And then, of course, Christmas and stuff. So I talked to a group here. It's a women's group. And speaking of women supporting women, it's a women's group. And so every year at Christmas, they provide things for kids for Christmas. So you all saw the hats and scarves that I made for the kids that I adopted. But then I talked to her and I'm like, do you all just need extras? Because I've got 14 more in this bag. And then, I forgot about the other bag. Closer to 60. But anyway, so she's like, yeah, we need them. So now I'm making, I did that for them. And then another need came up and for the homeless shelter, I've done those. And so now I'm going back and making some more that will go to the moms group. And what they'll do is they'll hold on to them until Christmas, and then they'll include them in the Christmas things. So, yeah, y'all created a monster. So, but it's nice but have it because it's portable. So, Butterroll says she would love to visit your channels to see what everyone is doing. There's some really neat people in this room, and a lot of people that are in this room are also over in the group. So there you go. I think you're in the group too. So on this, where I posted about this live stream, everybody that's in the group, go toss your links on that, and then you can go check out everybody from that post. Now, Lori, Women's Station channel, she's not on it. So I'll see if I can link her below. But go put your links on that in the group over there, and I will use that to go by so I don't miss anybody, and I will tag and put links in the description here. How does that sound? That way you'll be able to do both. I'm making a note too, so I can hopefully remember that. Llama Monster channel, he reviews money, and I think he too uses them for stories and education. Awesome. He does. So important. You know, anything that we can do to help like educate is awesome. And sometimes you have to get sneaky and use money to do it. And that's okay. I agree. Candy's putting hers out, so good. Women's Station channel, we so much need to pass on the importance. Yes, we do. Right there. You got it. Oh, thank you, Candy. I would have totally forgotten that, Laurel. Thank you. Yes, and it's y'all's fault too. And it's also something, you know, crochet hook and yarn is pretty portable, and the looms are neat. Oh, you are. But that's a really big thing. Okay, here, whoa, we'll back up. I've only been able to get myself through my podcast. Don't underestimate that, okay? That's a really big thing. You know, podcasting is how you and I hooked up. How many years ago? I mean, you were on the Blog Talk Radio show back. I mean, yesterday. We're very, very young. It was not that long ago at all. Yesterday, last week at the latest. But anyway, don't underestimate yourself and don't sell yourself short, because having a podcast and being a voice is huge. Any kind of positive voice is huge. Because if we get enough positive voices going, we can drown out the negative ones, right? So huge. Candy said, also become a paid member on Gayle's live stream is a great way to support her financially. Blessings. Thank you. It helps so much. It really does. I appreciate you. Oh, hi, Tanya. Understand Women's Nation channel. I live on Social Security benefits. I get it. Yep. It's tough. It's tough. Tanya is at Dino Poodles. Here we go. Show our ages. No, we're not. No, we're not. Last week. That's what it was. Last week. I'm certain. And see, that's the thing. You know, you've got your books out and you've got your podcast and you're out and you've got your different channels. I mean, we all do. And I think in our own ways, we just help make our little corners of the world better. And as we individually make our corner of the world better and more positive, then that spreads. I mean, it's just the way it works. We have an easier time as women now because women before us helped plow this field, and it's our responsibility to keep the field plowed and improving for the next generations that are to come. We're just here for a little while, so what we do is important, and there are no small things in life. We say things are small, but there's no such thing as a small thing. It's all big things, okay? Because it all adds up. So anyway, what can I say? They say do as much as you can and life changes. It does. That's exactly right. And it's important. Granny says, I'm so glad I was able to make the stream, but in 15 minutes, I hope to be in a dream because the crack of dawn gets here very, very soon. Good night, Gayle and all. Good night, Granny. Good night. Sleep well. Stay warm. And we're helping the next women. Exactly. And that's what it's all about. You know, and if we can't physically help, if the biggest thing, I firmly believe, if the biggest thing we ever do as women is to instill a positive attitude in the next woman, we will have really accomplished something. Because without a positive attitude and a can-do mindset, then it's over before we get started. Because we all know that a positive attitude, a positive mindset, that belief that you can change something, that's what makes it happen. I mean, that's the thing right there. So, all right. Wow, I went far afield on that one. Went from unboxing to let's help each other. So, yeah. So if you'll go and put your links over there in the group. Let me type in the group link just to make sure we all have it. If you'll go put your link in our group specifically on the link for this live stream, then I will go through and I will take all of those links and I will come back here and post them in one of the comments or in the description box for this chat so we can all check each other out, okay? All right. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope that you have a great weekend and that you stay warm. Let's see here. And to completely express ourselves. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I've knocked my hat off. Oops. Candy says she's met me in person and can say she's as humble and authentic as that is so sweet. I'm just me. I'm the only me I know how to be. Y'all know. That's just the way it is. So y'all stay warm and good night. And don't forget to add your links and always go out and be bodacious. Don't let life get in the way of living. Be bodacious. Go have fun and enjoy life. And I'll see you Saturday at 7:30 right here. Good night, everybody.